Welcome back to News Weekly. It seems that while the world looks forward to President-elect Obama taking a seat in the White House, we still have to come to terms with the fact that George W. Bush is still the President of America, at least for another 43 days, 7 hours and 53 seconds, 52 seconds, 51 seconds. Man, how time flies when you're having fun. President Bush has begun a final round of exit interviews, sitting down for a retrospective chat with Charlie Gibson of ABC News in a romantic fireside setting. He began by addressing the recent crisis on Wall Street and who really was to blame.
But I think when the history of this period is written, people will realize a lot of the decisions that were made on Wall Street took place over, a decade or so before I arrived in president.
Before I arrived in president? That doesn't even make sense. Well, of course he's going to correct that grammatical error.
Before I arrived in president, during I arrived in president.
Honestly, he could have taken one English grammar class during the 8 years he was president. Just one. Interviewer Charlie Gibson didn't make it easy on Bush, letting loose with the tough questions.
But was there an uh-oh moment? And I could probably use stronger language than that.
Uh-oh moment? I can suggest some words that he could have used.
Well, I think I was unprepared for war.
I'll tell you who else was unprepared for war: Afghanistan and Iraq. I guess preparedness is highly overrated. So what was it like being president anyway?
Some days we're not so happy, some days happy. Every day's been pretty joyous, though.
Spot the logic flaw in that statement and winner. Oh, never mind. So now that Bush is ready for retirement, what plans does he have?
I intend to write a book.
Ah, the long-awaited Bush memoirs. Join the dots. Okay, so as of right now, Bush is going to publish a book, Sarah Palin's got a book deal, even Joe the Plumber is publishing a book. And yet I can't get a single publisher to look at my novel, the spy romance thriller that will sell millions of copies and mean I won't ever have to work again. It's a working title, I know.
It'd be interesting for baby boomers not to retire in nice places, but to retire during their retirement to go help people deal with malaria or AIDS.
Wow, that is actually quite noble, I really respect that.
In other words, I'm not suggesting that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, never mind. 43 days, 7 hours and 22 seconds, 21 seconds, 20 seconds, 19 seconds. Now, before we go any further, it's time to announce the winners of the first News Weekly competition. First of all, thank you to everyone who wrote in. You all have too much free time on your hands and my life is the better for it. Now, for those that missed last week's episode, shame on you. We drew attention to a new advertising campaign by the PPP, lauding the party as a summer teen for the helpless. First off, a lot of you actually correctly guessed what a summer teen is. Rida wrote in to explain it best. Samaritans, not Summer Teen, is a group in Ireland that provides mental therapy for emotionally upset people. So the PPP is saying it provides some sort of mental therapy to the poor and helpless. So correct answer, but not the weirdest. The contenders for that spot are Nasir, who writes in that I believe that Summer Teen has been inspired by the Urdu words summer meaning fruit and teen as in the metal tin. So Summer Teen becomes tinned fruit. Check the expiry date before tasting. Hoor, who used the UrbanDictionary.com for her research, informs us that Summer is an Egyptian name for the Queen of Gucci, a region in ancient Egypt, and teen is a misspelling of time. Thus, it is time for the Queen of Gucci to help the helpless. And finally, Hassan, who writes in that Summer is a province in the Philippines. That banner then was a cleverly placed advertising by an official from Summer. The official deliberately included the name of his province in such an absurd statement because he knew that the Pakistani media is famous for giving attention to nonsensical things. And he was so right. And the winner, according to our judging panel that comprises of me, is Hassan. That's right, congratulations Hassan. His combination of geographical research and searing media criticism took his entry over the top. Congrats Hassan, your Dawn News gift pack will be winging its way over to you soon. In the meantime, all the other viewers should keep watching News Weekly for further competitions and chances to win other fabulous prizes like me. And on that note, it's time for another break. When we come back, Zafar Hilali will talk to me about Pak-India relations, so don't go anywhere.